This program is sponsored by Dave Stahl.
Power on. Power on.
It's time to take your place on the starting grid and get ready for Racer Radio. Your host, Dave Stahl, about to take you for a white-knuckled lap around the motorsports industry, covering everything from top-notch national drivers and crew chiefs right down to your local kid racers and racetracks. Watch for the apex, because here comes Racer Radio with Dave Stahl.
All right, folks, welcome. This is Racer Radio, FM96.1, AM1170, The Answer. This segment is brought to you by Barona Circle Track. Actually, El Cajon Ford keeps Barona Circle Track going in circles. I'm telling you, El Cajon Ford, they are a fantastic business and an advertiser. Paul Dyke races, his kids race. I mean, he supports Barona like as if it was his own. But, hey, if you haven't been to Barona Speedway, it's not running yet, but it will be. In fact, Todd Salazar, I got a sneaky feeling, is out there as we speak, grooming either the track or the pits. What are you doing, Todd?
I actually just got home.
Oh, okay. How'd the track look?
Like a bomb went off.
Yeah, I know. I can imagine. Yeah, all this rain we've had. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, no, it's pretty wild. Weeds everywhere. The roads are all smoked. And lots of stuff to do.
Well, yeah, I know. I mean, what you need to do is have a cleanup party, but everybody just has to wear a mask and stand 6 feet apart.
What I'm planning on, I had our race director and Nick Novak. You know Nick.
Oh yeah.
They came and met me out at the track this morning, and I'm going to get some tractors out there this week, and I'm going to start just getting everything ready because it looks like we're getting ready to open stuff up. And I just want to be ready so that I don't, have too much work to do if we do, break open.
Sure. Well, I don't know if you heard, but Glen Helen opened today. You can only put 75 vehicles in the pits. Everybody has to do the 6 foot. But they supposedly, I think they held a race today. And then Paris off-road track, I didn't even know they had one, to be honest with you. Motorcycle track, I didn't even know they had one, but they opened up.
Star West, I believe it's what it is.
So they opened up, so it looks to me, but who makes a decision about Barona?
Well, it's our decision, inevitably, but the whole thing is we got to be safe. Oh. Everyone's got to be safe.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
I mean, what I want to do is I just want to get ready. And it's really depressing going out there and just looking at everything sitting there. And here we are at the end of April.
I know.
And nothing's going on. So I just want to get everything going. Cocoa Paw, I talked to Brad Whitfield, and he went out. Did you hear that Kenny Schrader, that they had a race? I believe it was last night.
Oh, I did. How did that? And they pulled it off?
I talked to him this morning. He said that, everyone had facial coverings. They did the social distancing. I don't know how many spectators they had.
Yeah.
But he's coming back either tomorrow or the next day from South Dakota. Brad Whitfield. Mm-hmm. And he's planning on doing some stuff there. So practice-wise.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm going down there when he does his deal. And I'm going to, watch it, see what they're doing, how they're doing it.
Uh-huh.
And we're going to go from there. So as soon as we get the green light, as far as that we're okay and so on and so forth,
mm-hmm.
then I'm game on.
Oh, yeah.
So,
and even if you just started off with open practice, I mean, that's better than nothing because everybody is, no one's been driving, so everybody could use, some track time just to get the bugs out of the cars, get themselves, more acclimated back to racing again. So you're right. Safety is always going to come first. But I think if you just open it up, for open practice, I think that's a good way to go.
I talked with Paul, had a good conversation with Paul Dyke on Friday and with Roger Harper today and, Nick and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
our plan, what we want to do once we get the green light to do practices, is do something where we limit people on the property, the amount of cars that we're bringing in on the property, like do 2 different 4-hour sessions. Limit the cars, limit the people, like I said. They can come in, do their practice, let's say in the morning, say you did it, 10 to noon, or 9 to noon. Do an hour in between, grade the track, water the track, do whatever we have to do, and then do something till, before it gets dark.
Yeah.
So that's just what we're thinking, do the social distancing, no spectators.
Right.
Lock the front gate, whatever. Just follow the regulations, follow what we have to do.
Right. Well, because the last thing you want to be is the person that caused a flare-up.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to do anything to endanger anyone.
No. And I know that's the way you and your family roll, and I appreciate it. By the way, did you see that post I put on KUSI that's like 4 years old about all the cars out? I just had to do it. It popped up, and I said, I got to share that. Of course, everybody thought the racing had already started, so I had to go in and explain to everybody that read the post.
Yeah. No, we are going to follow guidelines. I talked to Brent Sexton. He called in here several weeks ago, and he's got his new group. They lost some dates. So I think that, unfortunately, we printed like 3,000 schedules. We're probably going to trash those. And we're going to talk about it this week. I got a couple of meetings this week, meeting with people. And we're going to, if he wants to change dates around, putting the sprint cars on, then we'll change things around and just do forward progress.
Right. Well, as soon as you get some kind of a date, I don't care what I have scheduled on KUSI, I'll reschedule it and get you guys on. So the minute you guys are comfortable, no pressure at my end, because like I said, I'll adjust accordingly. When you're ready to pull the trigger, then we'll definitely get some cars on KUSI. Maybe not as big as we normally would. Maybe just one from each division or something like that. But we'll work it out. I'll definitely take care of that for you.
As we discussed a couple of weeks ago, I think that this will be a big thing for our community.
Yep.
As far as getting back to whatever normalcy that we can, however you want to say it.
Right.
We're watching this crazy stuff on TV and all this stuff.
Yeah.
This is something to ease our minds and have a good time.
Right. But it's going to change us at least for a while till we get a handle on this pandemic, whether we get a medicine to be able to stop it, a flu shot, whatever the case may be. So we're going to have to just live our lives a little bit differently until such time as we get a handle on it. And I think once we get a handle on it, I think we can go pretty much back to normal. You might not shake hands as much as you used to, but, because we're going to be pretty cognizant of what this pandemic can do to a community. And we definitely don't want this back at all.
No, absolutely not. And, I just want everyone to be safe, like I've said. And, the kids, go out and have a good time at the track, but I want everyone to be safe.
Yeah, exactly. You and me both, because there's not a race out there worth it.
Absolutely not.
If you're going to endanger anybody, and I don't care what age they are, it's just, and I don't care. You could be mad at me all day long, but unless it's safe, and people are going to have to be smart, because if they want to, once things open up, if you go and do something stupid, for example, I can't think of the name of it, but it's out in Mission Beach or something. They opened up this little area, and people came in by the hundreds. Well, then they had to come in and close it back down again. So we can't do that. People got to, if you want to keep it open, you got to be responsible.
And that's what we want to do. That's why with doing, the cars at the racetrack, I don't want to get too many people on property.
Right.
And, we just got to do the right thing.
Exactly.
And I'm being out there today. It was a little different. I've been out there a couple times, but it's just weird that I don't know if the word you use is surreal, but weeds everywhere and whatnot. And here we're three races into the season at the end of April.
Yeah.
And we got nothing going to Ghost Town.
Well, it's like you found a racetrack in the hills and didn't even know it was there. I bet.
Yes. Like a deserted track.
Got to get some goats.
I think the only one that is not happy is Trisha, because she likes her normal life, not having to go to the track every other week. So I stopped by Big Five before I came home.
Yeah.
And Roger and Nancy broke the news at what we were doing, and she didn't hit me too hard.
Oh, well, that's good. That's good. That's good. Yeah, but she says that now, but once it gets rolling again, and she's got to reach out to me more often. I'll help her every way possible. She's got to bug me. I love doing this.
She's had some hardship. Her uncle passed away. Uncle Bill passed away last Friday. He had lymph node cancer. And then her 94-year-old grandma had heart surgery middle of March, right, when all this craziness. So she's been helping taking care of her, and she's had some craziness going on in her life. But grandma's okay.
Great.
And, unfortunately, Uncle Bill passed away.
Yeah.
But,
well, I'm serious. She could just say, hey, Dave, can you contact this person? Dave, can you do this? Because other than radio and early morning TV, I ain't doing nothing. And we're going to make this happen. Yeah, and I will do it free of charge to take some pressure off of not only her, but you and the whole family. You know, because one's stressed, you're all stressed.
My mom came over. I've seen my mom twice in the past 2 months. She came over yesterday and saw the kids.
Excellent.
And we're Tatum. You know, Tatum racing one of the mini dwarfs.
Yeah.
And the boy's going to be 5 next year.
Wow.
So he asked about when he gets his race car. So I talked to Billy Baldwin today. I've had lots of conversations.
Yeah.
Normalcy will be coming back, I hope.
You got it, buddy. Hey, take care, man. Give the family a big hug for me, and we will definitely get this thing going. And you just tell Trish, don't feel weird. Start bugging me.
Will do.
All right, buddy.
Thank you for your time.
All right, my pleasure, folks. That is Barona Speedway. Go to Barona.com and find out everything that they got going on, because once they're back, it is going to be off the charts.
BaronaSpeedway.com.